I'm about to go outside. Cool shit out here. God damn. It's cold as shit out here, and I don't have no shoes on. Oh, this light not on. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. So, hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Ooh. I forgot I got my rainwater out here. That rainwater been sitting out here for a minute. Ooh. I collected some rainwater for the, on the I think it was like before the full moon that we had. And it's still sitting out here. I ain't did nothing with it yet. Sitting out here chilling. But hey, how you guys doing today? First and foremost, I want to say I hope that you guys have been having a nice day. Sorry. I hope you guys have been having a nice day. I don't know about you guys, but today's been very grounding for me. I have like a piece of hair sticking up in the back. Okay, I knew I wasn't tripping. Like I seen the hair sticking up, but like I didn't know like what was going on. So that's why I kept like looking at the back of my head. But I don't know about you guys, but today's been a very grounding day. Like I've been real like just like real mellow in a good way. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of just been like in my thoughts and like going inward today. And so that's kind of like the vibe that I'm getting for today's energy starting off. Right to that feeling. What the message I got for today. Trusting who you are. Okay. Ooh, trusting who you are. Hold on. I shuffle these cards. Trusting who you are as an individual, as an entity, as a partnership, as a couple, as you know, an aspect of a family dynamic, whatever the case may be. Trusting yourself. Trusting yourself. Is what I'm getting. And looking forward to good things. Oh, looking forward to good things. So trusting yourself and looking forward to good things. These two cards popped out of the deck. They flew out of the deck. So when I'm looking at this card right here, this card is this is the tomahawk card from my understanding. This is the tomahawk card. Anytime I see this card, this represents separation and cutting ties with things that no longer serve you. Okay, but also reminding yourself of who you are. Okay, reminding yourself of who you are in that system, and in that realm of being, as a part of a system or as a part of yourself. That is trusting your decisions. Okay, making choices and trusting those choices, but making wise decisions. Making wise decisions, for your highest good. Okay, not burning bridges, keeping on the path of least resistance. Okay, keeping on the path of least resistance. And so what I'm getting is that anytime that you're cutting something, okay, if the object is very difficult to cut, like if it's a tough, for example, like if you're like trying to like cut into like a piece of meat, okay, like the meat is gonna be like, and the meat is not tender for you to cut through it, and it's real tough. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. The meat is real tough, and it's like it's not tender enough for you to cut it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to decide, like, okay, do I want to waste my energy cutting this piece of meat that I know is not probably even going to serve my highest good, because I'm probably a vegan. Like, I'm probably a vegan. I'm not even supposed to be eating this meat in the first goddamn place. But am I supposed to be cutting into this meat? You know what I'm saying? Is it worth my energy to continue to continue to cut through this meat? Or should I just, tenderize the meat, okay? Or, cook it, or like do something to it, or just leave it alone and find something else to eat. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm getting. It's like you're being resistant towards something, towards change, or towards the fact that you need to cut these people off, or cut this situation out of your life, or just make a wise decision for yourself. Okay, make a wise decision and come to a final conclusion, because this is about making a swift and final decision for your highest good. And so, again, I was talking about earlier, I mentioned, you being certain and founded in yourself and who you are as an individual. But I was also talking about family and what role you play as a family member and in that family system. And when I'm looking at this card, I'm seeing, the red. Okay, I'm seeing the red, which to me, when I see red pop up in a reading or in my cards, that represents the root chakra. Yes, there is also sacral chakra energy in here, okay? A lot of sacral chakra energy. And when I'm thinking of the sacral chakra and the root chakra, it's like, yeah, in terms of, what I was just talking about when I was giving the meat analogy, it's like, you had to get creative with how you was going to cut into that meat, right? That may be what you need to do as far as this situation. So maybe you do need to just get to the point and cut the meat, or you need to find a way to cut into the meat, or you need to just not cut the meat and just go eat something else. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is an analogy to how we are being called to problem solve and deal with a situation in our lives. It's like we have options and different routes that we can take, but we need to choose which route is the best for us, for our highest good. And you may have to do it soon. You may have to do it really soon, because I feel like this is something that's overdue. Okay, when I'm dealing with this meat analogy, when I'm thinking about meat, you know what I'm saying, you have to cook meat and you have to eat the meat when you get it. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just keep it in the refrigerator and sitting in there, because if it sits in there and it continues to be in there for a long period of time, it'll go bad. Okay, which is why you need to make a swift decision about what it is you're going to do and how you're going to cook this meat, and dress it up and do whatever you need to do with it in order to use it or deal with it. And so that analogy, taking that and going to this energy that we have, I feel like as far as relationships, okay, like especially love relationships, I feel like with that, that is the energy. It's like there's some conversations that still need to be had, there's some things that still need to be done, or maybe you just need to just walk away. But there is a decision that needs to be made, and you need to stick by that decision and make that decision soon. Okay. This next card that I'm getting is, when I'm looking at this card, I'm getting surrender. I'm getting surrender for this card, because when I'm looking at this card, I'm seeing her holding her hands up. So it's like, yeah, I was just saying, I had mentioned taking the path of least resistance. Okay. So going back to this card right here, where I was talking about the whole meat analogy, and I was talking about making a swift decision, you know what I'm saying? I feel like in you making a swift decision, that is you trusting your intuition and not being resistant to what's happening. You know what I'm saying? In other words, being confident, and being certain and founded and sure about what decision you need to make. You know what I'm saying? That's following the path of least resistance, because when you cut into, this is what I was trying to say, when you cut into the meat, you know what I'm saying, you're like cutting, there's a lot of resistance that's going on, you know what I'm saying, between, you cutting that meat and the meat and, everything else that's going on in that whole process. It's a process of resistance. But when you just, you know what I'm saying, chop the meat and you don't have no problem, or you just get to the point, either you just throw the meat away, you just find something else to eat, or you just, that's not resistance. That's not resistance at all. It's, it's getting to the point of things. So what I'm saying with this card is that she's holding her hand up in surrender. She's like, look, universe, you got this. I'm going to give this to you, because, you may not even feel like you're certain about what decision you need to make. So you may be asking for help, you know what I'm saying, from your spirit guides, your ancestors, your friends. You know what I'm saying? You may be asking for help so that you make the right decision in this situation. But you are in a mindset of, it's almost like you're saying, I'm available, I'm prepared, I'm available, I'm prepared, I surrender. But it's not like I surrender, I give up. It's like I surrender. I want to learn, I want to grow, I want to deal with this situation so that I can get into the next phase of my life and, you know, resolve the issue. And so that's what I'm getting with these cards. And again, in this card, I'm seeing red, okay, in the background. I'm seeing red in the background right there, and it also has orange back there, and then I'm seeing a little bit of green, and then she has a lot of orange on her and a little bit of yellow. So again, we're working with the heart, a little bit of the heart chakra, the root chakra, sacral chakra, and solar plexus. Okay. All right, so that's what I'm getting with those two cards. This reading's not gonna be long. Whew. These two cards, well, these three cards popped up. Okay, so this card right here is the totem card. Okay, so it's like, again, yeah, trust your totem, trust your line of vision. Okay, when I'm looking at this card right here, this looks like a line. Okay, a totem pole to me represents, you know, your I was just talking about family. It could represent your family symbols. It could represent your religious beliefs. It could represent, you know, your spiritual beliefs and symbols that are associated with that. But this represents you. Okay, if you look at this card, it has like different the totem, it has different animals on it, and then it has like these little like bowls at the bottom of it right there. So it's like these are like all like things, even in the background, like even in the background you see all those houses. We're talking about family a lot, you know what I'm saying, all those houses and buildings, and then you have the ground, and then you know, this totem is standing on the ground. You know what I'm saying? And so like when I'm looking at this card, I'm seeing, you know, a lot of structure. So it's like, get yourself into alignment, okay? And trust your path, or trust your totem, trust your alignment and what it is that you represent, okay? Or what it is that resonates and can be, you know, representative of you the best, okay? I'm getting that you're not going to find it back there. So that's why you need to make a decision, okay, and cut this shit off. Cause you're not gonna find what you're looking for. You're not gonna find your totem looking back here at what you just cut off. Okay? You're not gonna find it there. If you just cut ties with someone or something and you made that decision for yourself, you know what I'm saying, to move forward, and why would you go back? You know what I'm saying? Why would you go back? Because if you keep going back and forth, you don't trust your decision. Like you're doubting yourself. You're doubting yourself. So make the swift decision, surrender it, and now what I'm looking at is, you know, make the decision, do what it is that you need to do, okay? Ask for help if you need to, and then surrender it. Surrender it. And then continue to push forward in your confidence and trying to, and in your willpower, and trying to, you know, trust yourself and trust your totem and what you stand for, and standing your ground. Continue walking into that. This next card I'm getting right here, immediately looking at this card, I see a lot of green. I'm looking at that pumpkin right there. Okay, I'm looking at that pumpkin right there, and I'm seeing that green. And so to me, again, the green deals with matters of the heart. And so, you know, dealing with matters of the heart, it's like I'm looking at this. It looks like an otter. I'm looking at the otter, and the otter, to me, you know, he's looking forward to something. You see him looking. It's like his foot is in this water. Okay, so maybe you're like still like in your feelings or emotions about something, because, you know, we are in Pisces season, and, you know, whenever I see water, to me that represents feelings and emotions, and, you know, just getting really deep within ourselves. I was just talking about earlier about how I have been you know, kind of going inward recently, and so that's what I'm seeing when I'm looking at this. It's like he's looking past that shit back there. Okay, he's looking past that shit back there, and he's looking forward to what is to come. Now, what is to come? Your rites and passages is what I'm getting with this one. Your rites and passages. Your rites and passages. And so when I'm looking at this card, first of all, he's an Indian, okay? Which again, my deck that I'm working with is a Native American Oracle deck, by the way. But when I'm looking at this card, this kind of is the same card as this card right here. To me, only difference is this is a person. Because we have all the symbols and the spiritual things right here within this totem, and then we have this person right here that has like this feather right here. He has like all these little like masks and stuff, and like just all these different symbols that he represents or that have some type of spiritual deep meaning to him. And so it's like, make the decision, okay? Make the decision, ask for help where you need to ask for help at. Surrender that decision. Allow the universe to come in and help you. Okay, put that pride aside. Trust yourself. Continue to trust yourself and your totem, and look forward to. Also, now what I'm getting is, the water can represent healing as well. Look forward to healing. Look forward to healing yourself, because when I'm looking at this card and I'm thinking about rites and passages, I'm thinking about rites and passages and rituals, and those are things that are healing, that can bring healing to you. And so it's like you have greater things to look forward to than what's back there that you just cut off, that's not serving you no good. If you're not supposed to be eating meat, don't eat meat, okay? If you don't like something that's on your emotional plate, take it off, okay? Take it off. If it's not serving your highest good, don't eat it. Period. I've had a conversation with a couple people, a couple friends of mine about this, and with myself. I've had to tell myself this, and I need to continue to tell myself this. But there are things that just need to be taken off of your emotional plate that do not serve your highest good, and that's it. Period. I don't think I need to elaborate on that any further. It doesn't serve your highest good, and if it doesn't serve your highest good, you'll know, and that's where you have to trust that gut feeling. You have to trust that feeling. If you feel some type of way, or if somebody or something makes you feel some type of way, I don't want to say, we don't want to always blame everything eccentrically on the people on the outside. I hope I said that word right. Externally, there we go. We don't want to blame everything externally on what we have going on inside of us. But if you feel a vibe from coming from somebody, you feel a vibe. And 9 times out of 10, if you feel that vibe, it's for a reason. And so if you feel some type of way about something, it's probably for a reason. And trust it, okay? And if you keep feeling some type of way about the situation, trust it, okay? Trust how you feel. Trust how you feel. Trust that gut feeling. And then walk in that gut feeling, okay? Process that gut feeling. Allow yourself to feel that gut feeling. A lot of times when we feel stuff and we're going through stuff, and we do feel that gut feeling, and we do get those insights and those intuition, those intuitive, gleanings, like we still, we'll like just pass it off, or we don't really process it how we should. Just try to pop out. Okay, perfect. So this card right here is imagination and perception, okay? Imagination and perception. So it's like, when I'm looking at this card, I'm seeing a lot of blue. And so when I'm looking at this card, it's like a bluish, kind of like purplish kind of color. So that card with those colors, to me, represents the pineal gland chakra, the third eye chakra, okay? So yeah, it's like trust. And then look, it's a fucking owl, okay? Look at the owl. He's looking. Look at his eyeballs. Like, he's looking. So that is the pineal gland chakra, okay? That's what that represents to me. And so it's like, yeah, trust yourself. Trust what you are seeing in your mind's eye. And in your intuitivenely. Trust that, okay? And then get creative with how you choose to heal yourself, okay? Get creative. Once you do what it is that you need to do to release the things of the past or whatever that situation was for you, and you walk away and you start doing your healing and stuff like that, now it's time for you to get creative, okay? Now it's time for you to do what it is that you love to do, okay? For me, I've been writing. I've been doing painting. I've been listening to music. I've been doing a little bit of everything. But all of it's healing. So you need to do something and find something that will ignite you back to life, with this moon being in the background, okay? You see that orange moon in the background? See that orange moon in the background? Yeah. It's orange. That's the sacral chakra. That deals with creativity. So it's like, yeah, use your creativity and utilize your foresight, which is your pineal gland and your third eye chakra energy and power and your perception. Okay, use that to heal yourself and trust it. This card right here is the strength card. Okay, this is courage and strength, courage and endurance. I'm sorry, but it's the and again, this one has a lot of green in it as well. So it's like, trust your heart, be courageous. These two cards are in the upright, and so it's like you're doing that. You're doing what it is you need to do. You may not think you are, though, with all those cards that were in this deck that were in the reverse. You may not think that you are, doing what it is that you need to do or seeing what it is that you need to see, but you are. Everything's right in front of your face. Trust it. Okay? Trust it. Okay, this card just like landed in my hand. Focus and stability. Yeah. Again, a lot of green in this card. So this is dealing with the heart. And again, this lion right here, I think this is like a mountain lion. This mountain lion right here, he's looking at something. Like he's looking for something. You know what I'm saying? Like he looking at something, like he's focused. That's what this card is. It says the Emperor, okay? You are in charge of your destiny. Yes, you are. Thank you, Spirit. You are in charge of your destiny. Focus and stability. So now you need to be focusing on what is important to you. What's important to you? Okay? Now that you trusted your gut feeling, you remove yourself from situations that no longer serve you. Now it's time to utilize your intuition for your highest good and to bring in good shit for you. So it's like, focus in on what will bring you stability. And you have been doing that. You've been doing that. Ooh, the manifestation and prosperity card popped up. Whew. So yeah, you are manifesting in real time what it is that you have been desiring and working towards up until this point. You had some distractions along the way. You had some things you had to surmount, and you had some people you had to deal with. You had some challenges you had to face, but you're here now. So it's like, walk down the aisle. Okay, walk down the aisle. I'm looking at this panda, and there's an aisle here with a whole bunch of shit on it and crystals and stuff. This is the Ace of Crystals. So it's like, yeah, walk down the aisle. Walk down the aisle and obtain what it is that you are destined and purpose to obtain. This card has green in it as well. Okay, and then this aisle right here is green, and so it's like you're walking in the path of your heart, the path of least resistance. And then this card has a lot of blue and purple in it. So again, that's that crown chakra energy. But it is also the pineal gland energy again. And that's that, your intuition. Action and drive. So yeah, okay. And all these cards are in the upright. So it's like, what I'm getting is, whatever this situation is right here, once you let go of this, because these cards are in the reverse. Once you let go of all this shit right here, you're doing what you need to be doing right here. Like you're in alignment. You're in alignment with where you need to be. You just had to let that shit go. And you still gonna have to process it and still, release some of it. Because some of it's still lingering. But you're doing the work. It's like, once you go ahead and you trust your perception, you trust your imagination and your gifts, okay? You have the courage to endure through your gifts and use them and focus in on what and how they will bring stability to you and benefit you. You will be able to manifest and walk in prosperity where need be. And then you're going to continue to put things into action and drive to where you need to go and into your purpose and who you are, because that's the ultimate goal. Okay, that's the ultimate goal. Let me pull a few more cards, and then that's going to be the reading for today. This was clear cut to the point. Drink some water. I'm getting to have these conversations though. So with going with your gut feelings and trusting your intuition, there are conversations that need to be had that will help aid in that. Okay. and help release a lot of emotions that you hold in your gut. Okay, so also dealing with the gut and like the stomach, that's like the root chakra and sacral chakra energy. That deals with emotions. That deals with emotions. So no surprise, and there is an understanding of why that would come up. The idea of having a conversation would come up in this reading is because that's where we store a lot of conversations that we don't, or we avoid, or a lot of feelings that, we don't allow to process. It's in our gut. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why you're not able to, walk into your purpose how you need to be, because you're holding on to stuff and there's like a whole bunch of blockage there because of other things, you know what I'm saying, that you have not yet released. So with this card right here, challenge and creativity, no, challenge and growth. In order for you to surmount those difficulties that you had to go through and to have these conversations, okay, you have to, again, going back to what we were talking about earlier, you have to trust your intuition and trust yourself enough to do so. And then just do it. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you need to do. This next card is a willpower and creation card. This is an upright. And so it's like once you allow yourself to be yourself and walk in your purpose, you know what I'm saying, and use your imagination, change your perspective on things, be more open-minded towards who you are. Don't limit yourself and limit who you are, because you are greater than what you think you are. But realize that and utilize, and trust your intuition, and just trust your soul to know that things are going to be much easier. It's going to be easier to walk into your strength, to walk into your focus and stability, your manifestation, your prosperity, your action, your drive, your challenge. Okay, whatever that challenge may be, you're going to overcome that shit, because you're going to become confident in who you are, and then you're going to exude willpower and creation. And that's the ultimate goal, is to get to a point of solace where you can create what it is that you want to create and live how you want to live as who you are. And so this is what I'm getting for today. This is the reading for today. If this resonated with you in any type of way, please let me know. You can follow me on all my social media. The details will be listed below. I just released a book, y'all. I just released a book. My book is called InterChanges. It is a poetry book. It is just outlining the matters of my heart, okay? It is outlining the matters of my heart, and kind of just give you an illustration of, my inner thoughts and my inner intuition and just my inner insights on things that I've been experiencing. And I just express that through poetry. You can order that on Amazon. The ebook is available. I am working on the paperback. The paperback should be released by the end of this week. So be looking out for that. But I'll post all that information in the description box. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. If this resonates with you, if you would like to get a personal reading, you can hit me up on my social media or comment below, and I will be available to do that for you. Okay? All right, I think that is it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Peace. Namaste. The light that is me. That is me, yes. Yes, the light that is me is you. Okay, I normally say the light that is in me is in you, but the light that is me is you. Okay. You guys have a nice night.